In this video, we'll be learning how to make your fitted waistband without any sags at the sides. Hi guys, my name is Naya John. I teach you how to make beautiful dresses. Now, for your pattern paper, I have two paper here. One is for the front. This one, which I'm slitting into two, is for the front. Remember, your front band has a button in front, and then the one on fold is the back. See the way I place the one on fold on the slitted one, right? I left allowance for my buttons. Okay, you're going to do this. Maybe your allowance for your button is extra 2 inches. Add extra 2 inches before placing that on top. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is to go in by your waist measurement divided by 4. Mine is 7 inches. 28 divided by 4 is 7 inches, and I'll mark 7 inches right there. Then I'll add extra ½ inch for sewing allowance. Now for the length, the center, you come in by 3 inches. The center will be 3 inches. Then the side, that point where you mark your waist measurement, you go in by 2.5 inches. So the center is usually longer than the side by ½ inch. Now you connect both points like this. If you follow this process, your band will always be on point. Now that we have gotten this, the next thing I want to do now is I'm just trying to remove the excess paper so that we see what we are working with clearly. Now that point where you marked your waist measurement, you're going to connect whatever you have at the top of the paper all the way to the down part of the paper, just like this. Now once you have connected it, the next thing you want to do is to create the side dart. Now anytime you fix band with a straight fabric, you are going to notice that the upper part of your band is sagging. It's sagging, so this dart will help you curve that. So you're going to take a dart of ½ inch on both sides. So see the way I created my own dart, ½ inch on both sides, only at the top. Okay, I'm connecting my ½ inch right now so you see it. I've connected it to the down part. Remember that the dart is only at the top part of your paper. Now I'll go ahead and cut out. By the time you finish with this process, you're going to enjoy working with band, and this is how it is. Now if your zipper is at the back, means that paper which is slitted into two will be your back piece, but my zipper is at the front. I use the fly zipper. So now after opening up, you go ahead and join it at the sides. This is why you need to work with your pattern paper first. Join it at the sides using your paper tape. Hey guys, after joining this, next thing you want to do is to place this on your main fabric. You can see that we no longer have a straight piece of fabric, but it is now curved. Yeah, this band does the most. So place this on your main fabric. So right here, I already have my waistband and I've laminated it with stay. So I'm just tracing my band on top of my main fabric. After which, this is what I have. So right now, this is what your band looks like. I have just one layer for the band, but we definitely need to interface the band. Okay, I'm just checking to see what my band looks like on my main band. Now you can see that extra 1 inch that came out from the fly zipper. That is why I added extra 1 inch to my band. Now see how curved my band is. Here I've gone ahead to interface my waistband. Now for those of you that are following the tutorial for the palazzo pant, you go ahead now and use a stretchy thread on that waistline. After you use a stretchy thread on the waistline, it should have your original waist measurement. So while pinning the band on your pants, make sure you are checking if your waist measurement is still accurate. Remember, the palazzo pant is a really loose one, so as you're pinning for the band, be checking if your waist measurement is still intact. Now after pinning up, I went ahead to stitch the first layer of my waistband, but you can see that the front part is still unstitched. I just brought it here to show you before going to stitch. Now before stitching, you want to close up this area where you see me folding into two. You close it up do the same thing for the other side. Okay, once you close that up, this is what you have. You can now go ahead now and give your final stitch for your band. I usually do this for the front so that I can control the stitching. I don't want it being bent and all of that. Now after stitching the final stitch, this is what I have. Look at how cute my waistband is. It's giving tiny waist, and then you can see your pants. You can see that the waistband is clean, neat from inside out, and that is that about fixing your waistband. See you in my next video, guys. Bye.